Hi everyone, it's Jeff here from Avada. In this video, I will take a look at how to use the Avada Postcards element. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel and click the bell icon to be notified of all new content. Okay, let's begin. The Postcards element works in conjunction with individual postcards, which themselves are designed or imported from Avada Studio in the Avada Builder library. Basically, a postcard is a layout template for displaying various custom post types, including blog posts, portfolio posts, FAQs, events, and WooCommerce products. Using the Postcards element, the individual custom post types can then be displayed in a grid, a carousel, a slider, or a masonry or cover flow layout in your pages and Avada layouts using your chosen postcard. Let's have a look how this works in practice. I'm on the blog page of the Business Coach website here, and I'm going to replace the layout using the blog element with the Postcards element, so I can use my own custom layout for the blog grid. So let's delete the blog element and instead add the Postcards element here. As you can see, the element has the three tabs of General, Design, and Extras. Let's start on the General tab where you configure the feed. On the page, it displays a message asking you to select a postcard design to display. So let's do that straight up so we have something to look at. The first option, as you can see, is called Postcard, and it's here we choose one of the postcards we have made. Here I only have one on the list, so I will choose this one. See the How to Use Postcards in Avada video to see how this postcard was made. So when I choose my design, it loads on the page using the default values of the element. The next option is called Apply Alternate Postcards. This is a feature added in Avada 7.12 that offers the ability to apply alternating postcards in the element. By way of a repeater, you can add any number of alternating postcards in the same layout. See the How to Use Alternate Postcards in Avada video for full details on that awesome feature. But in this video, we will stick with just the one postcard design. Now the next option is called Content Source, and here it's asking us to select the type of content we want to show. You can choose posts, but you can also select other types of content, such as terms and related. And if you have WooCommerce installed, you'll see other choices here as well, such as upsells, cross-sells, and featured products. If I chose terms or related, I would then get a taxonomy option below this to allow me to choose exactly which taxonomy to use, like categories or tags, etc. For example, you could use related to display related posts in a blog content layout section for full taxonomy and layout control. And upsells and cross-sells and featured products could be used in a similar way in a WooCommerce product layout. For our example though, I will just leave it on posts. Then there's the post type option. Here we can see posts, pages, media, portfolio, and FAQs, but this list will always reflect your available custom post types. So if a plugin has created extra custom post types such as events, or you have created new custom post types in ACF, they will display here as well. The next option is Posts By, which allows us to select which taxonomy to pull the posts by, or you can select all. In this case, our choices are all, category, tags, or custom field, but this will change again depending on your post type. Under this is the Post Status option. With this you can choose to display posts with a specific status, or you can just leave it blank for published posts. There are a whole bunch of possible dependent options after this, which will only display if you choose a different option than all in Posts By. If we chose categories, we get both an include and exclude categories option, for example. So depending on your content source, post type, and how you pull them, you'll see a number of different options here. See the element doc for a full list of them. Below this is an Ignore Sticky Posts option and an Include Out of Stock Products option. Next is a Show Filters option. This puts a filter at the top of the posts, just like portfolio items. Then comes a Number of Posts option, and this is per page. The default is 0, which uses the post type default. You can also just set a number here, or set it to -1 to display all posts. I will leave it at 0. Post Offset is the next option, but I'm happy with no offset here. Then there's an Order By option, which has a lot of choices, as these postcards can be used for any custom post type. For my example, I'm just going to leave this on date. Next up is the Order option, to choose whether the posts will be displayed in descending or ascending order, and again I'm going to leave it on default. Below this is an option to condense events in series if you're displaying events in your postcards. Under this is the pagination type option, with the usual pagination options, and the Nothing Found message field. Here you can replace the text shown when no results are found. This will only show on the front end. Finally, on this tab are the usual element visibility, CSS class and CSS ID options. Okay, let's now move to the Design tab. Here we can configure how we want this feed to look. The first option is Layout, and here for my example I want to use Grid, but you can also display your postcards as a masonry grid, a carousel, in a marquee, as a cover flow carousel, as stacking cards, or as a slider. There are so many options here. I have made a separate video called Postcard Layouts in Avada. See that for a full exploration of the choices here. Again, there are a whole bunch of dependent options on the Design tab depending on which layout you choose. The Grid layout, for example, has 9 other options, whereas the Masonry layout only has 3. But if I select the carousel or slider options, more options appear, and depending on my choices here, there are yet more dependent options available. For my example, I'm going to stick with the Grid layout. Here we can set the postcard alignment, and I'll set this to stretch to keep them all at the same height. Then we have the number of columns, and here I'll change this to 2. Then comes the column spacing, and I'll leave that at 40, but I might increase the row spacing to 50. There is a separator option here, but as the description says, this will only be used on single column grids or list view. If you do have a layout that uses it, another 4 options appear for you to control it. In this case, I'll leave it on none. And finally, we have a margin element which controls the margin around the whole element. There is also an Extras tab with this element, so you can apply animation to the element on page load, but I'm going to leave this on none as well. As you can see, this element and the whole postcards concept is both very flexible and immensely powerful to display custom post types in exactly the way you want throughout your Avada website. This is just one example, and here it's a simple custom replacement for the blog element, but you can use this in so many more ways, like on WooCommerce products, events, portfolios, FAQs, and more. Just before we finish up, let's look at a few more examples of this element in action. Here on the Vegan Store Prebuilt homepage, if I edit the postcards element in the Shop New Arrivals section, we can see it is displaying products sorted by product tags with a selection of included product tags in a carousel. If we go further down the page, there is a postcards element displaying reviews, which is a custom post type created in ACF. And on the blog page, there is a grid displaying the recipes post type in a sticky column. Postcards and the postcards element are fundamental tools in Avada and give you so many possibilities with just a few clicks. If you're not using them, you're simply missing out. Okay, that's it for this video. Make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel to keep up with all the latest videos. And if you have any questions or need assistance, please create a support ticket and our team will gladly assist you. As always, we want to thank you for choosing Avada.